Welcome back to CCTV. I'm Lainey Stewart, and we're here in the Milton H. Johnson Center for this week's sports show. Now, over to Donnie Tyndall. Good morning, Coach T. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, Lainey. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Talk to us about some of the newcomers of this program.
Well, let's start with a couple of transfers. I think you got to start with a kid named Derek Butler. Derek's a 6'2", 6'3" combo guard. He's a transfer from Eastern Florida. I recruited him out of high school. He went to Eastern Florida, played his freshman year there. He's been very impactful. Right now he would start at the 2 position on our team. He's athletic. He's explosive to the rim. And a guy that can get buckets for you. He can make plays off the dribble and create for others as well. And then another transfer from Three Rivers Junior College in Missouri, Paul Green. Paul's about a 6'6" combo forward. He's athletic. He's got long arms. I think he'll be really good in our press and in our zone. He kind of fits our style of play perfectly. He's a tough kid. He's competitive. And those two guys as newcomers have been really impactful thus far. Both have a chance to start on our team. And then a couple freshmen that I think are worth mentioning. We have a 6'8" kid, Gerald Colonel, who's an athletic, hard-playing guy, has a chance to start at the 5 position for us. And then right next to him is another freshman, Joyful Hawkins, who's 6'9", 6'10", really good athlete. Has a chance to be a really good player down the road, and he's made a lot of progress in 5 or 6 weeks as well. So those 4 guys to this point have kind of stood out, both as newcomers, as transfers, and a couple freshmen.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see these players progress through this season. Coach T, has anyone established themselves as a team leader this season?
Well, I think that's a great question. You know, I always say this. Every coach wants to say they have a natural leader or a team leader, and when you do have those unique people, obviously that helps your team. But the coach has got to be the leader. And then I think what you hope for is you get a couple guys that will really regurgitate or repeat the message you're trying to get across to your team. And I think that comes naturally when you have some returning players. I'll start with JT Warren. JT started some games for me as a freshman, was a key player on our team last year that went to the Final Four. He's really tried to lead, especially his position group, the forwards and the centers. He's kind of been the guy to lead that group. I think Cliff Davis is a guy who's really become more vocal. Cliff will have a chance to be our leading scorer, but Cliff's a real team guy, and he's pulled some of those freshmen to the side. And then a kid named Dante Walker. You know, Dante probably isn't going to play this year because he tore his ACL. Don't think he'll be back in time to play this season. But he's a guy that in the huddles and practice is taking guys aside. He's talking with them. He's helping coach. He's asking good questions in the film room. So those 3 guys in particular, I think, have really stood out from trying to lead and be verbal with our young players.
Sounds like we have some great players on our team this year. Coach T, can you give us some updates on the upcoming jamborees and the previous ones we had?
Yeah, you know, the last time we talked, we were getting ready to play 3 straight weekends, and we went to Georgia a couple weekends ago. We played 6 games in one day, which was really good for our team because we were able to play so many guys and get some guys some reps. And like we talked about, play them at some different positions that maybe they won't see come game time, but just experiment a little bit. We went 5-1 over there. Not that winning's real important in jamborees, but we did all right. And then last weekend we went to Tallahassee. We played 4 games. We went 4-0 over there. But you know, when you hear those records, 9-1, trust me when I tell you, we're light years away from where we need to be. We've got one more jamboree coming up this weekend down in Orlando, where we'll play 3 games in that event. So it's helped our team. We definitely made improvements and made strides from week 1 to week 2.
Sounds like we've made some great progress already. So we have the Pack the Mill on November 1st. Can you give us some updates on that?
Yeah, I think 2 upcoming events are really important, Lainey. On October 25th, we've got what we call Fan Jam. Coach Franklin and I worked together, did it last year, had a nice turnout where we introduced the men and women's programs. We'll have a 3-point contest. The women's winner will face off against the men's winner. We'll have a dunk contest, and then the men and women's team will scrimmage for 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll sign some autographs and take pictures. And I encourage the entire community to come out. I know the people that were here last year had a great time. The kids stuck around and got pictures and talked to our players, and that's at 6 o'clock on October 25th. And then our big event for the men's program is November 1st, where we have what we're calling Pack the Milt. And I've been talking about this literally from the summer. We're trying to get every single seat in this gym sold out and make it a standing room only affair. I've told people I understand that's a lofty goal, but that's what we're trying to do. We're getting the local high school programs involved to bring their middle and high school teams over. And we want to make it a great tip-off or kick-off type event to what we hope will be a fantastic season.
This is a great opportunity for students and teachers in the community to come out and support the Chipola Indians. Thank y'all for joining us for this week's sports show. To keep up with the latest updates here on Sports at Chipola, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.